Thank you for joining us on 15 News at 5. I'm Heather Bricka.
And I'm Nick Rakowski.
Valparaiso University will be requiring students, faculty, and staff to receive full doses of the COVID vaccine before they come back for the fall semester of 2021. All students are required even if they are part-time, audit, or graduate students. To return to campus, proof of vaccination will need to be emailed to covidvaccine@valpo.edu by August 1st. Student athletes participating in fall sports must be fully vaccinated and email the proof by July 1st. If you need a request or medical or religious exemptions, please email covid19info@valpo.edu.
Valparaiso University bands will be presenting concert in the park on Saturday, May 1st at 4 p.m. The concert will be taking place on the south lawn of the VUCA. The bands will be following safety guidelines by social distancing and wearing masks and bell covers. There will be a live stream of the concert for those who want to watch. If the weather turns bad, then the concert will be moved into the theater. If it is outside, then people will be allowed to come as long as they check in with the welcome desk and follow safety guidelines. The concert will last about 75 minutes with loose band playing. Then there will be an intermission, and then the chamber concert band will play.
Beginning in the fall semester of 2021, the university will be supplying a microfridge to every traditional residence hall room. They will already be located in the rooms when students move in. Now, if a student already has a mini fridge, they will not be allowed to bring it to campus or use it, so students don't have to struggle moving it into the dorms anymore. A microfridge is a combination of refrigerator, freezer, and microwave. And the best part is they will be supplied at the students at no extra cost.
Valparaiso's University Day of Giving happened April 14th. This year, there was a record amount of donations received with a total of $1,008,075.
This week's poll is out. What is your favorite final study snack? Chips, coffee, energy drinks, or candy? Head on over to our Twitter page after the broadcast to cast your vote. We have 15 weather Blake Harms in the studio. So Blake, when will we be seeing warmer temperatures soon?
Yeah, Heather, we got a warm up in store for the weekend, but we got a little bit of weather to deal with before then. Live look outside of the university, beautiful blue skies. It cleared up nicely after some rain this morning. What this doesn't show is what's coming from the west, and that is a line of some rather strong showers that are pushing their way through Chicagoland right now. Live look at radar, we have special weather statements in effect. 48-mile-per-hour wind gusts measured along this line that's going to continue sliding its way in our direction. Too soon to tell if it'll pack those kind of winds, but it's clear that we will see a period of some briefly gusty winds and some rain showers. Notice, though, it's not too expansive and it will clear out rather quickly. It should be approaching in the next hour or so. Temperature is currently 60 degrees in Valpo. Notice the lake breeze there along with the Michigan coastline. 70s off to our southwest. In terms of comparing the temperature to yesterday, it's quite a bit warmer here in Valpo, quite a bit cooler off to our east, 22 degrees colder in Detroit than it was at that time yesterday. So a wide range across the Midwest, and that's typical for this time of year. For tomorrow, we're going to be rather steady temperature-wise. Sunny skies continuing, high near 50. We begin to clear out and temperatures will drop into the 30s. Beyond that, we have a beautiful weekend forecast in store with a few 80-degree readings possible. I'll give you all those details coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, thanks, Blake. Alabama has declared April 27th a day of remembrance.
And NASA's ingenuity has continued to impress the scientific community. Stick with us. A day of remembrance is declared for one of Alabama's darkest days. Tuesday, April 27th will mark the 10th anniversary of the deadly tornadoes that tore through the state, claiming more than 250 lives. The twisters also injured at least 2,200 people and caused significant damage. While issuing the proclamation, Governor Kay Ivey said 62 tornadoes struck Alabama, ranging from EF0 to EF5. Although Alabama was the state that got hit the hardest by this vicious weather between April 25th and the 28th of 2011, others were also affected, including Arkansas, Georgia, Kentucky, Missouri, Ohio, and Texas. The storms in that 4-day span resulted in roughly $12 billion worth of damage and 321 deaths.
NASA's Ingenuity helicopter continues to outdo itself. Sunday, it successfully flew for the third time on Mars in a week. According to NASA, the helicopter logged a flight that was faster, farther, and bolder than the previous ones, exceeding speeds and distances beyond what it was proved capable of doing during testing on Earth. A camera aboard NASA's Perseverance Mars rover captured this video of the journey. The helicopter climbed 16 feet, the same altitude from its second flight, but this time it increased speed from 1 to about 4.5 miles per hour.
The Indonesian Navy has officially declared all 53 members of the missing Karinggala 402 submarine as dead. This after new images revealed after the sunken wreckage. Commander of the Indonesian Armed Forces Marshal Hadi Tujanto issued deep condolences for all on board, adding that the Indonesian government would be awarding posthumous honors and rank to all the Nanggala crew. The CRI Nanggala 402 submarine lost contact during a military exercise in the Bali Strait early Wednesday morning.
Well, coming up after the break, Blake Harms will have your full forecast.
And we'll take a look at this past week's Valpo and national sports. Stick with us.
We've got a new severe thunderstorm warning here in the Chicagoland region, just issued a few moments ago. This is for parts of Will County, Grundy here in southwest Chicagoland. This is for isolated 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. A 58-mile-per-hour gust was just registered at the Aurora Airport. So it's going to continue tracking generally east-southeast. We will be in the path of this again. Not any substantial thunderstorms per se, but a pretty strong gust front. And with that, those wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour are possible. Look at velocity, nothing too impressive here. This is where you would look for light shades to see if there's going to be any stronger potential for strong winds. Again, at this point, it doesn't seem to be anything extreme, just an isolated severe gust or two is possible. We're to continue to track that as it continues progressing off to the east-southeast. We could get in on some gusty winds here in the next hour or so. You certainly would know it by our live look at the university. Clear skies looking off to the east. It's back off to the west where we see that line of showers approaching our area right now. In terms of what we're tracking here over the next week, beautiful Friday ahead as well as a warm weekend in store. Chance of rain doesn't really come in until Monday, and then we'll be back down to cooler temperatures. Not cold by any stretch, but a bit cooler than what it will be this weekend. Another live look at that line, gradually sweeping through. You see the special weather statements and that severe thunderstorm warning. It's rather expansive. It's along with a front that's pushing its way off to the southeast. It's not going to be raining here for very long. The most notable part of that line will be those gusty winds. Current temperature 60 degrees in Valparaiso, 61 in Lansing, a rather strong gradient as you head over into Illinois. A few 70-degree readings over in that direction. So we look at our future temperatures throughout most of the night tonight. We'll get down to the mid-40s overnight, 46 here for our low, and then we get back up not a whole lot into the low 50s for the afternoon. Notice a bit of a lake breeze develops here on the southeastern portion of the lake. It's Saturday when we really begin to see those climbing temperatures. We're down to about 40 for Friday night. Saturday we could be up into the low to mid 70s. So don't let the morning temperatures on Saturday fool you. And Sunday's going to be more of the same with temperatures perhaps even a few degrees warmer than it will be on Saturday. We could be pushing 80 degrees here in the region. So a beautiful weekend is in store for us here across northwest Indiana. Tonight, 36 degrees, clear. Not a whole lot to write home about. Once we have that line pushed through, it's going to clear out, be a pleasant evening, but cool. And tomorrow, temperatures are going to hold rather steady in the low 50s, but plenty of sunshine. It's going to continue into our weekend as well. So Saturday, upper 70s, Sunday, low 80s. St. Louis, you'll be getting out on this too this weekend, the warm temperatures, and then we see a chance of rain return for Monday and Tuesday. Overall, temperatures are bearable. Low 50s is our lowest we get in this 7-day forecast, and then we continue that gradual rebound trend. Hopefully we'll start seeing more of these 80s here in the near future. But again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning off to our west. We're going to continue to track that line. A few isolated severe gusts are possible, otherwise just some brief rain.
Well, thank you, Blake. It's nice to hear that those 80s are coming back. After the break, we'll have a recap of this past week's sports. Stick with us.
Valpo baseball was in action for the first time on the new turf field at home against Southern Illinois, and the games did not disappoint. In the first game, Valpo would hold a one-run lead going into the top of the 9th inning. SIU would hit a home run in the top of the 9th to tie the game at 6. However, Jonathan Temple had plans to end the game in the bottom of the 9th, as he led off with a walk-off home run. Valpo starts out the homestands with a walk-off win. Game 2 of the series happened the same afternoon with a similar outcome. The game would be scoreless going into the 7th inning as it was shortened due to the doubleheader. SIU would tack on 3 runs in the top of the 7th to take the lead. Valpo's offense would come to life with a help from an error and walks to tie the score 3-3. Riley Dent would prove to be the hero in this game as he had the game-winning walk-off single, and Valpo won 4-3. Valpo had 2 more games against SIU in the series where they would drop the third game 10-4 and look to rebound in Game 4. Valpo would be down early in the game, 1-0, but would take the lead 4-1 by the 6th inning. Valpo's pitching would be dominant and hold SIU to only 2 runs for the game on 7 hits. Valpo would win this home series 3-1. Valpo had one last baseball game at nationally ranked Notre Dame this week. An offensive battle would give Valpo the lead by 1 at the end of the top of the 6th. However, Notre Dame would score a run in both the 6th and 7th to go on to win 8-7. Many players on the football team were honored by the Pioneer Football League this week. Running back Robert Washington was the PFL Offensive Player of the Year. He was also in unanimous first-team All-PFL honors. Other players to receive the first-team All-PFL honors were Ben Nizer, Keon Turner, and Jackson Pfeiffer. Well, the NFL draft starts today and will look different than last year as it is being held in person in Cleveland. The talk of this draft is the amount of quarterbacks slated to be picked in the first round. Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson looks to be the #1 overall pick, and picks 2 and 3 will most likely be quarterbacks as well, as San Francisco traded up to the #3 overall pick earlier this year. The rest of the draft is up for grabs as many of the top 10 teams need different assets, including quarterbacks. Watch for many surprises from this year's draft. And I will say, Heather, there's another surprise that came out. Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay, so we'll have to see if that'll influence the draft happening tonight in about 30 minutes, actually.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting to see. I know Packers fans are not very happy with that decision, but if Aaron Rodgers wants to resign, there's not a whole lot they can do.
Well, I know a team that already called the Packers was the Rams, who just traded for Matthew Stafford, my personal favorite quarterback because being from Detroit. But that's interesting to see that Packers are getting calls, so we'll have to see what happens with that.
We'll see what happens tonight, I guess. After the break, we will have a final look at the weather.
Live look at weather radar. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning just southwest of Chicago. It's a pretty weak line of showers, just gusty winds coming out of them, gust in Aurora of 58 miles per hour. So we'll have to watch that as it continues moving in our direction. Otherwise, tomorrow's going to be sunny. The weekend's going to be warm and dry. Could approach 80 both Saturday and Sunday. Brief chance of rain Monday and Tuesday, but overall a pretty easy to take 7-day forecast, all things considered. So no more snowflakes, so we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, as long as we don't see snow, I'm happy.
You better not jinx it.
Yeah, he just jinxed it now.
If we see snowflakes on graduation,
yeah, knock on wood.
No.
Well, thank you, Blake. I have a question for you.
Right.
This one came in from one of the viewers. What are you most excited for, looking forward to once the pandemic ends?
I think just full crowds in general, sporting events, concerts, that sort of thing. I think that's something a lot of us maybe took for granted, and it'd be nice to just have a full room of people again without having to worry about anything. So what about you guys?
I'm in the same boat as you. I miss
Right.
going to concerts, miss going to Disney, going to sporting events like Tigers, Lions, just enjoying it with fans and everything and having those huge crowds all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say going to concerts again would be really nice.
Yeah.
I miss like having fun with a bunch of people around. So
It's looking good. For the end of this summer, hopefully we'll be in
yes,
good shape.
fingers crossed.
Yep, fingers crossed.
Well, if you have a question for us, send it out our way on Facebook or Twitter, and we might answer it. You can send screenshots of forums, questions you've been asked, or questions that you have yourself. From all of us at VUTV, thank you so much for joining us this year. We've enjoyed every second here, haven't we?
Yes,
Oh,
been
yes,
here
for
for
sure.
4 years.
4 straight years, yeah.
Seen a lot of change in our set and everything and staffing, and it's been a lot of fun to go through it all. So.
It's good to go through that change, I think. We've come a long way. We
Yes,
really
we
have.
have. Yes, we have. I would say
Yes.
so.
been a lot
Nick
of
has
fun.
come a long way for sure,
Yeah,
too.
I definitely have.
Yeah.
Especially my experience with the first time ever being on camera. It's much different now than it was 2-3 years ago. So
Right.
very grateful for this place.
Absolutely.
Super grateful. Well, we'll see you next year on 15 News.